Lauren. My name's Abby.
Hi.
I'm excited to be interviewing you today. So today we're talking about community service, and we're going to talk about what it means to her and her experiences, and go further into that. So can you tell me what community service means to you?
Sure. Just to start off, one of the reasons that I was so excited to come to this school is because of their emphasis on community engagement. And to me, that means volunteering in the location where you're studying. Often, where I attended school at Baylor, a lot of the students were very privileged, and a lot of the people in the community around us were not. Just getting involved in.
And you definitely put emphasis on where you are and helping those less fortunate around where you are. So that's a good definition.
Yes,
there.
A phrase that I've heard often is think globally but act locally. So think about these broader determinants of health and poverty and whatever else, and then acting and partnering with your community.
So you mentioned that you volunteered while you were at Baylor. Can you tell me about your experiences there?
I did. Yes. So I've had the opportunity to work in community service in a variety of settings. In Waco, I volunteered with the Family Health Center there in the clinic. So it was a kind of a combination of shadowing the physicians that work there and helping with different tasks in the clinic. And then some of the rest of my community service projects that I've been involved with, I partnered with the community in Kenya and did service projects there as well as research. So not only were we, volunteering there, we were collecting data so that we could create projects that we could then bring back to the community. I was able to do something in Nashville. I did an internship with a family health center there that works primarily with refugees. So my fellow students, student colleagues that were in that internship together, we met with different representatives from different refugee groups. So a community leader from Nepal and Iraq, and they stepped forward to be community health workers, and we helped train them in a curriculum. So I've been lucky enough to be involved in different kinds of community engagement, but it's very much a partnership.
Cool. It sounds like you've had a very wide range of experiences.
Yes.
So what are some ways you want to continue to broaden your experiences while you're in school here at UTRGV?
Yes, I'm excited to, because I've never worked in a community. I have some in Waco, a community in the U.S. I've mainly worked, in Kenya or with refugees. Obviously, a lot of people in the valley are immigrants or the children of immigrants, but I've never had the opportunity to work with this particular group of people. I'm excited to work on my Spanish, and honestly, just to learn about, the health needs in particular of the valley. I have a master's degree in reproductive and sexual health, so I have a particular interest in reproductive health, family planning. The school, as you know, offers a program that will train us to be community health workers promotoras. So I would be excited to get involved in that way, particularly in the area of reproductive health, family planning.
That's awesome. It's great that you have prior experience and knowledge that you can so while you're learning new things here, you'll be able to also educate other people. That's really cool. Besides the language barrier, what do you think some challenges of volunteering here will be? A great deal of it is just my ignorance of this community. I just got here a week ago, and I still have a lot to learn about this area and the community. I'm excited to get involved and learn because, of course, I have a certain background, a certain skill set, but there are huge funds of knowledge here that I don't know anything about. So I'm excited to learn and then to be able to get back and teach.
You mentioned the Promotora program through UTRGV. Are there any other resources that you're excited to use or ones that you wish that were available that aren't?
I know that part of our curriculum is community engagement, and that's something that we've talked about several times, is how important that is to our formation as physicians, being a part of our education. I'm not entirely sure what that will look like yet, so I definitely do want to be involved in the community, but I think what that will look like remains to be seen. I definitely am going to be involved with the Community Health Work Promotora program, but otherwise I don't really know what the workload will look like or what the opportunities already provided to us will look like.
Gotcha. So after you graduate and you start working and do your residency and all of that, do you want to continue to be active in community service?
Absolutely. Of course, I still have an open mind about what I'm wanting to pursue, but I'm really interested in family planning, and I do, as I mentioned, have a background in research, so I would like to be involved in the community in that way, to practice evidence-based medicine, so collect information on the individuals I'm working with, and then create programs that help in the specific ways that the community needs.
Do you think your experience at UTRGV will help you reach those goals?
I do think so. From everything that I've seen so far, the school practices what they preach, and that's evidenced by the curriculum, the faculty, and the other students that are here. We all seem to share the same values, goals, mission. So I don't know exactly what that education will look like yet, but I do feel that I'm in exactly the right place.
Okay, well, it was really great interviewing you today. Thank you for your time. We're